skills on the platform. What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another one. I've been moved by spirit today just to hop on and just do this recording, just to talk to the people today. What's spirit moved me to talk about today is karma. So, spirit moved me today to talk about karma, right? And to my understanding, that there's something called dharma as well, but we're talking about karma today. Um, Karma. In short, what karma is what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. You know, treat others. Well, that's the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Um, a lot of people are not doing that. They're not treating people the way they want to be treated. Everyone on this planet want to be treated well. They want to be treated with respect. They want to be treated with kindness. They want their point of view, if not understood, but we can agree to disagree without causing any kind of arguments between one another. You have your point of view, I have my point of view. You do what you feel like works for you, and I do what feels like works for me. Now, we can do that, but obviously the proof is in the pudding. If someone's living a certain kind of way, you're going to be able to see the results of their life based upon how they're living. So, people that you find that are consistently going through things, they may or may not be doing things accordingly. Um, so, once again, karma. You have people who are out here and they literally wake up in the morning with bad intentions towards other people. You have people who just want to see others not succeed in their life. I mean, a lot of these people, they spend more time focusing on your life than they focus on their own. If they were to take the effort and time that they spend in their own life, they would be able to accomplish the same thing that successful people accomplish, maybe even more, because they put so much energy and effort. But I'm coming to realize something about people who think like this. They're just not wrapped too tight. There's some kind of a mental disconnect somewhere in the minds of these individuals who feel that they could just do anything to other people, treat people in any kind of way, and feel like that is okay. Like, what kind of mindset of an individual thinks that they can just do things and not get any kind of not reap what they're actually doing, not there be no consequence behind what they're doing? What kind of person is that? Who raised you? The person who raised you need to get slapped silly. And I said it. The person who raised you, kind of people who think that you can just do things to others and don't think there's some kind of consequence behind it, the people who raised you need to get slapped silly, because it doesn't make any sense. That's the reason why you got the world the way it is now, because you got people that are so self-centered to the point where they're not concerned about others. They're only concerned about about their own wants and needs and desires, and just willing to step over and roll over anyone else for it. But you got another thing coming, I can tell you that much. Because that thing called karma, it comes back and bites you in the behind heavier than what you put out. So how can you think that you could try to steal, kill, and destroy. You let entities, spirits use you to the point where you're consistently attacking other people and don't think that you're going to pay for it. These are spirits. It's just the whole concept that we remember since we were young. The whole devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. It's the same concept. You sit there and get enticed by what that devil say, knowing that the angel on your shoulder is telling you, don't do that. You're going to pay for that. There's consequences behind what you're doing. It's going to come back and bite you in the butt. But no, you go ahead and listen to that devil, that entity, that spirit that's talking in your head, telling you, whether it's even in the form of friends and family members. You know deep down inside when somebody's telling you something, you know it's not right, but you still do it anyway. Because some of you people are just wicked. And you know what? A lot of you are going to live. You're going to want to die, but you're not going to be able to die because you have to live and you got to go through all of that pain and suffering that you cause others. The scriptures teach that they're going to want to die, but they can't. The spirit of the Most High won't let them. Even if you try to kill yourself, you just won't be able to do it because you have to pay for what you're doing. You got these narcissistic people, these self-centered kind of people, these psychopath, sociopath kind of people. Their mental processes are completely thwarted. They plot and they scheme. They continuously plot and scheme and plan and talk behind people's back. They slander your name. They gossip. I used to always think that, yeah, women gossip a lot, right? And that's just a thing women do. I never really cared about that. I never had any concern about getting involved in listening to gossip. I hear people talking about somebody else. I remove myself from those kind of conversations because in the back of my mind, I'm like, what kind of production do you get talking behind people's back? You're not producing anything. Now, if we can benefit, like literally capitalize and make money off talking behind people back, I'd probably be one of the best people doing it. But I can't make any money doing that. It's counterproductive. Instead of talking behind somebody's back and being jealous and envious of other people, what other people have, step up to them, talk to them, have a conversation with them, ask them, hey, how'd you do that? How'd you get where you are? I'm sure if the person's humble enough, they'll tell you. They'll share the information. There's many people that will share the information on how they were able to get and attain success that they were able to reach in their lifetime. Not everybody's selfish, especially people that are in good positions in life. Not all of them are selfish and wicked. Some of them are, but then you have poor people who are selfish and wicked, which for the life of me, I never could understand that. How could you be in a position where you're considered the underclass, the underdog, and you are selfish, you're greedy, you're nasty, you're malicious, you're manipulative? How could you be in a state of mind when you don't have nothing? I can kind of understand somebody that's in a higher position. They may try to be that way because they don't want others to have what they have. But then again, that's a lack mentality. Wealthy people who don't want to share how they attain success, that's a selfish mentality. And they're not going to be able to keep that wealth for long. That's a fact. That's guaranteed. if you have a lack mentality and you're considered to be wealthy or successful, you're not going to have that for long, because you have a selfish kind of mentality and you have a scarcity mentality. It's like this in the scriptures. It talks about the talents. You know, God gave a couple of his servants, different talents. He gave one servant, he gave them all some talents, and then they all went out in the world and they multiplied their talents. Then he came back to them and asked them, "Okay, servant, what did you have in return?" The servant came back and said, "Yeah, I took that one you gave me and I turned it into 10." "Oh, you're a great servant. Good job." Then the second servant came and said, "Hey, what did you do?" "Oh yeah, God, I didn't do much as the first guy, but I came back. I took the one talent and I turned it into 5 talents." "Oh, good servant, good servant." Then the third one came and said, "Well, okay, what did you do with the talent?" He said, "Oh, I took the talent and I buried it in the ground." Didn't even try to share it with anyone. Kept buried it in the ground. He told him, "You're a wicked servant. I gave you a gift and you didn't even use it to share with others or even try to go out there and multiply it. You just kept it for yourself, being greedy, selfish." And what did it get you? Nothing. You don't have anything to show for years of burying your gifts and your talents, being hurtful and harmful to other people. What did you get out of it? Nothing. That even goes back to the couple videos I've done in the past, who talks about stupidity. That's stupid. Stupid people do things like that. Excuse me. Who's calling me here? I'll have to call them back. But yeah, so you know, stupid people do things like that. Stupid people do things to the point where they will harm others, do things that will harm others. They end up harming themselves and didn't get any benefit from it. They didn't even profit from it. So you actually spent energy to try to harm someone, end up harming yourselves, and didn't get anything from it. Nothing. Not 1 cent. For you to sit back years later to regret it. Wake up every morning and live in regret, a constant regret every single morning, because you had malicious intent against other people out of selfishness and greed. 7 deadly sins. People are sitting up here committing these 7 deadly sins on a consistent basis: anger, gluttony, wrath, sloth. What does it benefit you to gain the world and lose your only soul? Everything in the world, the Creator, the Most High, created these things for us to possess. There's nothing in this world that we can't have. But if in your small little mind you think you can't get it, then you can't get it. You need to step your mentality up. You need to start thinking and using your mind. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. You fall into the category of a stupid person. Don't even benefit yourself in what you're doing. You get no benefit from the things you're trying to maliciously intent towards others. The strife that you're causing other people, you have no gain. You get no gain from it. Men and women out here doing this. And people look at you and they're saying, like, scratching their head, like, this person is a complete idiot, asinine. Got to stay away from them. Like, you people should be walking around with signs on your foreheads and saying, I'm a stupid idiot. So that way we know to stay away from you. We know who to avoid. But anybody with any kind of sense today, we don't need to see the sign on your head. We can know by the way you speak, conversations you hold. You can't even hold a thorough conversation about nothing. You can't even be productive in your conversations. Your conversations don't even make any sense. So we spotting you out, right? Yeah, in the back of our minds, we like, okay, yeah, that's one of them. Avoid them at all costs. Like these days, I'm not even gonna say nothing to people. I'm just gonna be like, hey, oh man, I got something to take care of, or I'll grab my phone. Oh, I gotta go, man. I got some business to take care of, and you'll never see me again. I will disappear and stay away from you psychos. And you know what? I might be one to put hands on you and do something real gritty, but no, you know what? You have to be alive, and you gotta suffer what you did other people. I won't even give you the courtesy of taking you out. I just avoid you. Because then I'll be setting you free if I take you out. I'm not going to set you free. You don't deserve it. You deserve to stay in this life and suffer and go through what you're doing to others. Nasty people. Sick, disgusting. And the people that raised you, once again, they need to get slapped. I mean, slapped up. A nice beating. Yeah, I said it. A lot of your parents, guardians, siblings, they need to get slapped up for the idiocracy that they taught you and what you're displaying on a regular basis. Then you wonder why people that's considered black are in the lower class. Why people around the world despise people that's considered black. See, I'm not black. Don't get it twisted. You look at my hair, the hair on my beard, that's black. That's not compared to my complexion of my skin. So I'm not black. Let's change the conversation though. But people running around here talking about they're black, that's ignorance. Look up the dictionary what the word black means. It means death. Are you dead? Well, clearly you're dead because you act like you're dead. You do dead things like dead people. Running around here trying to harm others for some kind of a benefit that you don't even get. You got no plans for the future. You got no understanding of life. You're not growing. You're completely stagnant. You're like water that doesn't move and it starts to stink over time. So we see you. We spot you a mile away. We may not say nothing to you. We'll ignore you. We'll walk away from you. We'll wish you the best because we want the best for ourselves. Anybody who wants the best for themselves are always going to wish the best for others because they understand the law of reaping and sowing. If I consistently walk around and just do something simple as wishing everybody a great day, have a great day, I wish you the best. You don't even understand simple reaping and sowing that you're pushing that back into your own life. Like someone can talk all kind of trash and say anything they want about me. You know why I don't care? Because those words bounce off me and go right back to you. It's like that old saying when we were kids. I'm rubber, you're glue. Everything that bounces off me sticks to you. I'm a kid at heart. I don't walk around here with a heavy heart. For what? My heart is light as a feather. I show love. Because even though my parents may not be together or they don't like each other for that matter, when they were in that moment creating me, it was love. Maybe there wasn't, but nonetheless, I love and I show love and I give love because I am love. I have the ability to hate. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we live in duality. We all have the ability to hate. We have the ability to hate. We have the ability to love. Choose one. But make sure you understand that whatever you choose, there is consequences and repercussions. There's a cause and effect in life. Once you understand these things, you're able to live better and do better. People think life is a game. No, life is not a game. Life can you can turn it into a game, but keep playing the game and see what happens. You're gonna tire yourself out if you're consistently playing games. Life is made to have fun, but there's time for that. Scriptures teach there's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, there's a time to reap, and there's a time to sow. There's a time to love, and there's a time to hate. You need to start prioritizing things in your life. You need to start categorizing things. It's not just one old plain field and everything. You can just do what you want and think you can live how you want to live. No, it doesn't work like that. There's laws in this planet. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not harming other people or damaging property. Once again, I'm going to say that again. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not harming or injuring other people or damaging property. That should give you a solid foundation on how you should move on a regular basis. I can say these things because I'm not no spring chicken. I've been around the block a few times. I know what's going on. I'm not old either, but I know what's going on. So, people, I'm going to say this. We need to stop letting these people do this foolishness around us. For the ones that are responsible out here, for the ones that know the difference between right and wrong. I've heard people say ignorant things like there's no such thing as right or wrong. That's ignorant. Yes, there is. You don't run around here. People do things to people, but then they don't want it done to them. They can't handle it. They'll dish it out, but they can't handle it. You'll dish out foolishness and ill intent and angry, mean behavior to others, but then when somebody does it back to you, you can't handle it. Then you act like a victim. You play the victim role after you've been malicious towards other people. It's time out for that nonsense. This is supposed to be considered 2021 going into 2022. The year 2022, that's a master year. Either you're mastering life or you running around here looking foolish and you're going to be spotted a mile away. The people that's out here getting things done, they're going to spot you and they're going to call you out on your BS. People are not playing around no more. The games are over. This is not the Olympic Games. This is not the Colosseum back in the days of Roman times where people played games in the Colosseum and for laughs. It was funny to see people kill each other. That's not funny. Mess around, you get your head popped off. I'm tired of these people running around here, these narcissistic, oh, old crazy nuts. Psychopaths running around and think that there's no laws and rules you need to follow. There's things you're not supposed to be doing. It's called being civilized. And moving forward, it's not going to get easier for you people because you're being exposed. All that foolishness is going to stop. We don't got no time for it. People out here are building empires and futures and moving forward and doing great things. There's no time for the foolishness anymore. It's time out for the nonsense, y'all. If you want better, you need to do better. Like I said, if you want better, you need to do better. I'm not going to be on here for long, but I just had to get that out because at times I get teed off, but then I'm thinking to myself, that angel's like, yeah, you're right, but calm down. So I get to calming down because I know there's certain ways to behave and ways not to behave. I'm not going to fall into that stereotype BS people be spewing out their mouth. And most people around you know it's dumb. You sound retarded. Matter of fact, excuse me, you don't sound retarded because that's an insult to someone that's considered retarded. Because at least they have enough sense not to try to harm people. Unless you try to harm them. Then they'll flip on you. Excuse me, they're not retarded, considered mentally challenged. I knew a kid. I remember when I went to school with a kid. He had a helmet on. He was considered mentally challenged, but he had a helmet on because they had to protect his noodle. They had to protect his head because any kind of hard hits to the head, it could kill him. And I liked that kid. He was a cool kid. His speech wasn't so great, but I understood him. He had respect for people. But if you mess with him, he'll flip out on you. Because you're not supposed to be messing with people. You're not supposed to be picking at people or making fun of them because they have some type of issue going on. None of us are perfect. None of us. The so-called people who think they look so good or whatever, you're still not perfect yourself. Because I'll take an average-looking female over ones that's considered pretty or beautiful over her any day of the week if she doesn't know how to act right. Because your attitude make you ugly. I don't care how cute you are. You're ugly if you don't have a great attitude. Spirit tell me to calm down. Yes, Spirit, I'm calming down. So don't let people try to manipulate you into believing and thinking one kind of way. They're trying to get you to believe the way they believe or way they see things. When their definition of things probably doesn't make any sense. But then when you try to sit down with these people and really try to have a conversation with them, they don't want to have a conversation because they know that they're not making any sense. That you try to ask somebody to break something down, you ask them a question, they just dance around the question and ask you a question with a question. There's supposed to be a back and forth dialogue in a conversation. That's how people talk. Civilized people talk. They have dialogues. If you're trying to overpower me with what you are saying, I'm not messing with you. I'm not listening to nothing you say because you're not having an open dialogue with me. Anyone, I don't care who it is. If you're trying to just push an ideology on me or other people for that matter, if someone has any kind of sense or heart, they're not going to listen to you because they know you're pitching BS. You're trying to get people to conform in the way you're thinking, and it's not right. People like you need to be put in front of a firing squad and taken out. And that's what time is coming, because the scriptures say there's a time for everything, and it might be a time to just take people out, especially if they keep forcing their will upon others and they're incorrect on their position, and you can't back up what you're saying with facts and proof without any kind of malicious intent behind it. But yeah, people, it's time out for these kind of individuals in the world right now. We don't have time for them. Get to stay away from them. Just stay away from them. They're not even worth trying to take them out. They just gotta wallow and suffer. I think these people probably, in some way, shape, or form, they sold themselves out long time ago, and they have to behave the way they behave on a consistent basis because they have no souls. Their lives are not even theirs. It belongs to someone, some other entity or something. I'm not going to get into that right now in this conversation about the spiritual realm of things, because that's a whole nother conversation right there alone. I'm just talking in the physical aspects in 3D world. These people got some deep-seated issues, and we need to watch out for these kind of people, and we need to be on alert. These selfish kind of people don't even think about anybody but themselves. Healthy people consider other people's thoughts, processes, and their own free will. That's called communication. It's called dialogue, a back and forth dialogue between one another, and come to a certain understanding. And if you can't come to an understanding with an individual or a person, then just leave it alone. We agree to disagree. Let's end the conversation here. You have your viewpoints, I have my viewpoints. We have nothing to discuss moving forward. We don't need to be friends. We don't need to hang out. None of that. Because I'm not hanging around anyone if we can't build and we can't come to some kind of agreement and understanding where both parties can benefit, where it's a win-win situation. I don't want to deal with you. Because I know for a fact, I've been in sales for 17 years. I know for a fact that every single time when when you're on the phone speaking with someone and you're trying to offer something to someone else, or there's some kind of a negotiation going on, I know for a fact, I'm living proof of it, that both parties can win, or all parties involved can win in an agreement. Simple. It does not have to be one-sided. And people who think that it has to be one-sided, you got a problem. And I'm going to call you out. And I'm going to say it's BS. I'm not no spring chicken. You can't pull that mess with me. People doing all kind of spell work and magic work on people's minds. And people don't understand too. Like my my family grew up in that kind of stuff. And that kind of spell. I don't believe in that mess. Because I know I have free will and I have the mental capacity to do anything I want. So I don't have to do that. But I know about it. people can affect you with that kind of stuff, especially if you are low vibing. If you're low vibing, they can use those kind of things against you and fall into that. I was dealing with somebody who used to do that. Her and her family used to do that all the time. And they tried it on me. It worked for a little while. Because I probably wasn't thinking highly of myself at the time. Because I was too caught up trying to help other people and not being selfish. That's the reason why I got caught up in it. I wasn't thinking about considering myself enough. But a lot of people don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, when you're doing these things to people, men and women, you're doing this spell work and you're doing this energy work against, and you're talking ill against other people. What you don't realize is that once they shake it off, those people can grow to hate you. They will grow to hate you, and they might end up taking you out. But that's probably what you want in the first place. I think a lot of these people got death wishes who use this kind of magic. I think you got death wishes. You want somebody to take you out of your misery because you're miserable and you're sick. They will grow to hate you when you use this kind of magic. See, but me personally, I have enough sense. I don't have to hate you because I know where your mind is at when you're doing these kind of things. But people don't understand my bloodline nothing to play with. My bloodline destroyed empires. So your little 5, 10, 15 group, 20 people group ain't doing nothing. My ancestors tear you up. They'll come through and smash the party. And don't even know, they'll drop me your location and I'll come get you in the physical. If I want to take it there. My ancestors will literally drop me your location. If you think those stuff's going to work, drop me your location and I will pull up on you and smash the party and take everybody out. Y'all need to stop that foolishness, yo. I'm telling you. It's time out for it. I put out good intentions on purpose. I'm living my life on purpose. I put out good energy. I put out good intentions. I put out love energy on a consistent basis because that's what I expect and request and want in return. The golden rule scriptures teach: treat others the way you want to be treated. So if you want ill intent, keep that foolishness up. Keep it up. If you want something crazy to happen to you, and you keep it up. But I tell you what, you're gonna go through suffering first before you get taken out. You're gonna suffer for a long time first. Love people, not hate. Love is more powerful than hate. At one point in time, I thought hate was more powerful than love, but then I had to really evaluate that. If I just continuously put out hate, or if people fear me, they'll fear me enough to take me the frick out. They will fear you enough to take you out. Like, oh, this person is dangerous. So they're gonna be threatened to the point where they'll take you. It's like a bully bullying someone for so many years. And then one day, that person that got bullied for so many years, they bring something, a blunt object or something, and smash that bully over the head. I bet that bully ain't coming back no more after his skull get cracked. He gonna have a long time to heal and think about what he been doing or she been doing when that skull get cracked. I don't advocate violence. Because like I said, I'm about love. But you push people's buttons. Some people can't, some people are not strong as others. Some people can't just dust it off and say, you know what? All right, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I know what this person's about. I just stay away from those kind of people. That's all. Moving forward. But love, I know for a fact, firsthand, love is the most powerful force on this planet, in this existence. It's the most strongest energy because love creates. And that's the most powerful thing you can do is create with using your mind. That's the most powerful thing you can do is create. When you love, you can, excuse me, you can create children. You can create families. You create empires. You create legacies with love. Hate only destroys. How far are you going to get just consistently destroying things? Not far. You're going to lose. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you think you got. You consistently hate and you consistently put that energy out, you will lose. Simple. I don't care who you are or what you got, because you're going to lose it all with that hate in your heart. We should spread love, not war. Spread love, not war, people. Spread love, not war. War is costly. Love, it is priceless. We can see you guys. We know who you are. Because you can have that mask on and act like you're something that you're not. Some of you are very good at it because you had many years to practice that hate and how to cover it up. You probably even do nice things. But then you do 10 things that are just completely terrible, and then you try to cover up with 2, 3 nice things. You're gonna be spotted too. You've got people out there, they might do a couple of nice things for you, but then they turn around and doing a whole bunch of just malicious things and evil and malice towards other people. Life's too short for that. You gain more by showing love than showing hate. When you pass away, what are people gonna say at your eulogy? Are they gonna say this was a good person or a great person? Or are they're gonna just be there just to make sure you're dead? Like, I just want to see if this person's dead because that mother was just terrible. Or that father was just terrible. I just want to go see. I want to see that. I want to make sure they dead. That's what people gonna say about you. They gonna go to your. They want to go to the funeral just to make sure you really dead. Like, are they really dead? Oh, I gotta see. You know what? I'm finna put on my best outfit. I'm finna put on my best suit. Matter of fact, I'm going to the store and I'm finna go drop a few $100s on a fresh suit just so I can go to the funeral to see if this person dead. And I might go pull his sister in the process. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are people gonna say when you pass away? What kind of legacy you leaving behind for your children or for your loved ones? What are your family members gonna say about you? Are they gonna say you was a good mother or you was a good father? Were you a good brother? Were you a good sister? Were you a good lover? Were you a good friend? Are they gonna say that about you? I know what my loved ones are gonna say about me because I put the intention out from up front. People, We got to do better. We got to do better. But I'm not going to keep you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification at the bottom. Also, for the ones that don't have direction in their life, who wasn't given the proper direction in their lifetime, or even you're a little bit older in your 30s and 40s and 50s, and you know you haven't been living right, but you need some type of direction. I recommend everyone get, even for children that are going to be coming into the world, I recommend everyone get a numerology report. In some cases, you can get an astrology report as well. So that way you can determine your best path for your life, for your life. What direction to go, what best suits you according to your numbers. Because everybody was born on a specific day and time. That specific day and time, you were actually enwrapped with certain energies, with the numbers, with the time and date that you came into this world. Those energies are who you are. Those energies are what best suits you. So by knowing these numbers and getting your chart, numerology chart or astrology chart done, you're going to be able to better navigate this world that best suits you. So get yourself a numerology report or astrology report. My email is in the description. Shoot me an email and get it done, people. Know yourself. So that way you don't run around here trying to hate other people because they have things. We're given gifts. Find out what those gifts are. So that way you can be a better person and live life to the fullest. Peace. Thank you, YouTube.